Hello, hello, and welcome back. Hello, and welcome back for another weekly market outlook, guys. Hope you are good, doing well. The market. Step. So let's move on. Let's look at the setups. But before going to look at that event, okay. Hopefully, sound is right. So Bitcoin. Okay, so we were expecting Bitcoin to jump from there, daily time frame, and we got a very nice, decent, very nice, aggressive. It tested 25 and nice, a decent like. What's driving the this run on the Bitcoin? What is causing that jump to happen is simply that the ETF, Bitcoin spot ETF, SEC, or has order SEC to accept that, and that's causing that to just simply jump very very. So the trade wasn't there. Okay, when the Bitcoin was rising already, the trade. By the way, okay. So let me look at the previous charts so that you can understand that up to which level this run which we are having on the Bitcoin can go. That's really important to understand that. So if I'm gonna go to so direction of the Bitcoin, we are expecting it to go all the way up to 50, right? This place target, longer term target is 50. So we are almost 15,000 away from that. So let's look at 2 weeks, 1 week. So there is also a detailed analysis on Bitcoin. If you go to my YouTube page and there, Bitcoin detailed analysis, you're gonna get what we were expecting from Bitcoin. Right? So you're gonna get that there. So this is the the weekly chart, all right. So we were expecting it to go higher from that previous low, and it's pushing higher nicely from there, from hitting these areas. Those this is the next leg, which is simply over there from this 8 or 16K mark on this log scale chart. This next leg is a there which can extend. Right now we are expecting it to extend up to 50K place. So these are the old charts when it was hitting those, and we were expecting it to bounce back from there, from bottom, which was it. So we got the exact place, exact bottom over there, and 16K. Right, so we never see price build. floor or cycle 15,600. Uh, that was the last 15,132 going over there. 479, not 600. Then price just started to. So since then, it is rising up. Next run. So what actually has happened over there? There we can see. So what happened over there? Fed raised interest rates so aggressive. All right. What happened? Longer term rates remained, know, sideways. We didn't see longer term rate rise on the longer term rate, and short term rates, went higher aggressively because of the that caused the right? That has caused Bitcoin to go. Now that is in a reverse. Okay, if I'm gonna look at this chart again, updated chart, we can see that the inversion is steepening. So the 10-year rates has went up significantly, right? 10-year rates went up significantly, and on the other side we are having a run on the Bitcoin curve is steepening, telling us this chart. Okay, chart inversion, the yield curve inversion steepening means that the longer term rates went up and shot close to short term rate have not completely gone above the zero at the moment, still below the zero. So short term rates are still above the long. So that's causing is expecting that the rates are peaking, and in longer term you're gonna drop in the rates, Bitcoin to run for the next. So these charts are telling these. So we have seen drop in rates, went up. Now rates are peaking over there. From there, rates needs to go down, and Bitcoin is higher. All right, this chart was showing us that. So, but yeah, we haven't seen exactly peak at there at 450 according to the chart. We went up to 5%. Right, so 5%. This chart is telling us that rates need to go down, and Bitcoin needs to. So, and this chart is also telling us that copper was rising, economy was still hot after that bullish run, and Bitcoin needs to pick up too. So Bitcoin was, or copper was rising, very well. And this chart was telling us that similar scenario, similar trade. Okay? Ethereum was lagging, so Bitcoin was rising, Ethereum was lagging. So just recently, I have posted that chart over there. The trade was there by the that was the trade. Trade was on Ethereum. When we have seen that the Bitcoin was jumping over there, aggressively going higher, taking off that previous high 32k, breaking above that 32k, but Ethereum was not right. Ethereum was still stuck at 6 or 1500. So the trade was there. Now Ethereum is picking up to going after the was there. So Bitcoin, oh, already bounced off from Bitcoin already bounced from there. This bounced off from there, went higher, breaking that previous top 3200, right? But Ethereum was stuck over there at that it was there. So it still can continue climbing as long as we see that the Bitcoin keeps pushing more higher. The Ethereum can break through that 2100, right? So similarly, BNB is still sitting at, so can get so a decent buy opportunity on BNB. BNB is also pushing higher from that low, but still right. Opportunity pull out from the BNB. We're gonna come to this chart later on. So let's look at the Bitcoin. What's happening over there? Up to which level? This is the updated uh, uh, US 2-year yield finding up over there at 5% or 520 somewhere there. Yeah, and go back and chart now. So now rates are peaking over there. The rates are peaking over there at 520, 550, whatever. The two year yield is over there. So we can expect rates to drop from that top. So the Bitcoin to continue or rate from current and Bitcoin is already pushing. Point trying to make there is yeah, this is the right. But before going to look at this chart, this chart was telling us that you know we were having a buy opportunity. Bitcoin continued rising to 50. We are basically going 50, and this is the leg which we were expecting Bitcoin to happen over there from this. This is the chart which I actually want to shoot so that you can get that where Bitcoin is. Okay? We are expecting it to continue the current strength, which is just simply appearing over there. That current strength to keep pushing higher and go all the way up to 50 or at least 47, 47K, right? So 47. So um, is it going to continue to keep rising after hitting 47K? We'll see that. All right. So we still may see, a sideways move in Bitcoin. Yeah, it can again fall back to somewhere a bigger aggressive. Okay. The reason why, you know, this this might not be a, start for the big run for upside, because rates are still elevated for upside, still higher. So once rate will start falling, so within that drop in the rates, there are going to be a lot of, uncertainty, and that the Bitcoin stay in a, sideways market for at least 1 to 2 years, bigger run for upside. Till, we are not having, official recession, all right, I don't see that the Bitcoin gonna keep running beyond 7. So after session, and once rates gonna be at low, then you can expect cheap money come into the market and running for. So right now, yes, we are in a bigger monthly or weekly sideways market. We can say that, all right, and the current trend can continue to keep pushing more higher all the way up to 50K or 47, 45, whatever, and then we miss again see drop back to the 20, right? That's basically the point. So we are, if I'm gonna, paste that chart there. So if I'm gonna open side by side these charts again, you get up to prices. Bring the copper on the right side, and point which I'm trying to see or make, we make if you are a longer term buyer, since expecting that you are a very longer term, then you can. But this might be a time for you to adjust your drop 23. Very much. Expanding triangle, just building over the complete over there. Very much similar. Actually, For the next run, need to see stationary environment into the and extend that continue. Currently, if we look at the copper, which is the best indicator to understand that what how economy is doing, that is not running aggressively for the next, telling us that economy is so second wave of inflation was there, right? Or we can say inflation holding at current level. Copper was telling us that inflation is that move already happened. So after hitting that copper stock, inflation trend we can. So similarly, point here is that we next may see a sideways market. We are talking about moves. Currently, we are expecting this move to complete, finish it up to place 23% previous bullish level. I'm gonna place this chart with that chart which is there. What kind? There you can. Okay, so hopefully you got the idea now that so we're actually going into Bitcoin. This is the next. We are talking about way early about this Bitcoin to drop. So hopefully you understand that. So that's why if you are a very longer term investor, long position, and it's coming close to 40, 45K or 50K risk. All right. So it's time to adjust you. So that's a bigger picture. All right. So I was talking about a bigger picture. So what's happening over there. Now, what we can expect Bitcoin to do after having that bounce off from this leg, right? So what it can do. So we are still expecting it to just continue to keep pushing more higher. So if I'm gonna pull out my copper chart again on my right side, we can get a lead over there from that copper. That what kind of formation or 25. So we are still expecting it to just slightly more higher. Slightly, at least we need a $15,000 move, slight move. So you can see So you know, obviously after having some kind of aggressive, right? So it's not a time to buy the Bitcoin right now because move has already happened over there, right? And there is a great chance that you know another pullback. So once that pullback starts over there, then we can expect it to break out and continue to, right? So point point here is that expecting and continue. So we are 80, no, 78% rate. We have seen 78%, and here we have 1% continue to keep rising up to 78% or 40. Like technical indicators, crossover is repeating over. Okay, so what we can expect, so the previous short term chart chart we need, and what we can expect to like Bitcoin bring. Okay, on. I've seen a correction over time frame, a slight pullback came over there, and the next breakout. Fine here on this chart is that correction over there, all right? So on lower time frame, on 4-hour time frame, and that correction seems is already underway, is happening over there, right? So this time frame, the time frame corrections are already happening over there. Price is so volatile, yeah. So the reason behind the part approval. Oh, this is the news which is just causing that run to happen. All all spot Bitcoin if applications be approved together. So 20. This is cool. Technically, we are still having that fuel. All right. So once we gonna news is already priced in the move which we are having over there. Okay, that has already priced in. So those who knew that this news is going to come, they already started to pump in to Bitcoin. So that news is just simply already priced in. So what to expect next? That's the question. So short-term trade is still possible. Okay, you still can trade for short-term on it. Short-term, short-term trade are look these corrections which are just simply appearing over there. These corrections to just stay elevated for upside, and for short term you are paying attention on these support areas for short term. You're looking to trade for short term, just pay attention on areas and looking for this to continue to keep pushing more. And we see that these correction, these short-term lower time frame corrections are not pushing more higher, right? Then start looking for this to go into a bigger time frame, like for a 1 hour time frame, like 1 to then 4 hour time frame, then daily time. The way chart's gonna be over there on my so the example gonna be over here when we were expecting this correction to break out for upside at this area. So we were expecting this correction to break out and looking for short term buy within these, and this correction to break out and continue. But what we got a bigger daily move, daily leg over there, and then we got a buying momentum over there at this area, and price started to win. So right now we don't have this kind of daily correction over there. All right, so 15-minute correction is simply appearing over there. So those 15-minute corrections keep forming and keep breaking. We have seen those 15-minute corrections there within these area circles. You know, corrections, 15-minute corrections, which are just simply appearing over there, those two break out and continue to keep pushing more higher. So you are looking just for short-term trades at such prices, okay? Not looking for some trade on these charts on the Bitcoin, yeah? So you may not get a good price on the Bitcoin for longer term at current price. You're only looking for short-term trades. Start looking for long-term trades at the current price, right? You may end up, holding your trades for longer term, and price may go into a bigger daily correction like we have seen here at this area. Okay, so this is not a good. Bitcoin simply is not a good, coin at the moment to buy for longer term. Yeah, so it's only good to go for 15-minute time frame trades as the trend is very, very strong, aggressive, and breaking for higher, and you're looking for short term. So for 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 I mean for that trade, for holding for longer term trade, the opportunity was there on Ethereum. Already bounced very, very aggressive. Yeah, so but we still got a potential over there on the Ethereum. Still got a potential on the Ethereum. Ethereum is also a very much similar analysis, is very much similar, like I have just made on the Bitcoin. So the chart, I think I have already shown you. Chart I have already just go to. So chart I have already shown you on the Bitcoin. So up to which level? Okay, so the target which we are expecting on Ethereum is this 3600. Yes, so it can rise up to 3600. Analysis is very much similar like Bitcoin or copper or yield. So I think I do have Ethereum chart on this chart. This is okay. So this chart, the same move or the same wave we are expecting on the Ethereum to do. The Ethereum to just continue to keep rising all the way up to 3600. So that was the Ethereum chart. So I'm gonna look at the Ethereum chart. So we still got a room to run. So if I'm gonna look at the chart, go to the Ethereum again. About my, this is the move we're expecting. It already happened. Next leg. Next leg, which is, so if I'm gonna pull out Bitcoin chart on it, so we can see that the Bitcoin is still ahead. Bitcoin is nicely running ahead of the Ethereum. That's a very interesting point. So gonna gonna look at chart. So um, the point here is that trade. Let me try somewhere there within these areas. So the point here is that when we were expecting, when Bitcoin was falling, right? When Bitcoin was chart, 2-day chart, or what was there? Going to maybe not on Binance. There. Okay, so the point here is that expecting Bitcoin when Bitcoin was falling actually, so the Ethereum was lagging at that time. So we are having similar setup again. So this setup again is information. So they're within these areas. There at these areas when we were having a stronger, drop was just happening on Bitcoin at this area, right? So pull move, pull move came here, right? So from there to there, the whole move came. So this whole move came. Ethereum was still struggling at this area, holding those gains. Then what happened suddenly? Then Ethereum started to move and taken out that low. Bitcoin had. So similarly, I was trying to find that chart, but just changed that thing. So hopefully you understand the point. The point is Ethereum catch up. Ethereum still need to catch up that move. Right? So that's the when we see that higher, right? So similarly, Bitcoin is nicely running and breaking through that top, this previous high. Ethereum still need to catch up that. Fully understand time on it. So the move has already begun over. Move has already begun. Might be late. So I was, saying into. I was saying that into my room that Ethereum was a buy opportunity. Ethereum just went higher. That opportunity is just going. So we still got a room, right? The point here is got a room to run. First of all, up to 2100 and 36, right? So how you can catch up is the question. How you can catch up that trade? It has already gone very very aggressively for upside, okay, and doing similar stuff which I have just shown you on a 15-minute, you know, time frame correction. 15-minute correction is just simply a. Yeah, so the lower time frame trade setup is very much similar, like I have just shown you on the Bitcoin. So all these 15-minute corrections, you are watching them and looking for short-term buy. These 15-minute correction to break out and continue. And if price goes for a bigger correction, then you are still counting on it, for a longer term buy opportunity. If you haven't done that, if it visit these areas, right? These areas where these areas like 1600 area, longer term, looking to buy the right. So where expecting it to go from there to there first, and then all the way up to there. So this is the opportunity which is already gone. Okay, you may not feel comfortable with it buying the Ethereum at the current price. Yeah, you may feel that it has already gone, but still, as shown on the 15-minute time frame, yeah, we still can catch up the move at this area, this time frame trade. As long as Bitcoin higher, so you're gonna have opportunity. So there, where you are paying attention, this is still at floor. Yeah, this is still sitting at the floor. The Binance BNB is still sitting at the. So analysis is very much similar like the. Okay, the target for the BNB is this place. BNB target gonna be that, right? Longer term target. So the medium term target is this high, this high. So when BNB gonna rise, it can be quick. It can be really quick and can continue to keep pushing more higher above 360 within a couple of days. Can go aggressively towards there, right? And the longer term target gonna be that. If I'm gonna in my Bitcoin chart on that, telling us that run has right. So this is still the floor. This floor. This is gonna be the target where the Bitcoin is breaking area. This previous low, going to breaking those highs. So this is gonna be the target 360, and continue to keep rising all the way up to, of course. Okay, so BNB still cheap. Yeah, still cheap. So that's why I said that the Bitcoin is expensive, gone beyond the previous high. These high broken above those April highs, and Ethereum is following that. BNB and some other big coins, they're still sitting at the bottom. Yeah, they can jump. They can jump. So we are, moving away from these lows and going higher. So these coins, so quiet. So you're looking for buy on these coins for longer term. There you can hold them for longer term. Yeah. So short term analysis is also very much similar. So if you are not comfortable, buying at current price, you think that it 230 is expensive. Yeah. Then let this coin to hit to 200. All right. So I don't see that it is going to hit 200. But in case if it is going to hit that 200, still going to be a buy opportunity as long as you see that the Bitcoin is rising. Okay, as long as Bitcoin is rising, this is still going to be a buy opportunity. If you don't want to wait for the 230, all right, then again the analysis is simple, like so these corrections which are just simply appearing over there, so you look in these to you know hold and continue to keep pushing more. Right, so these trend to hold. All right, so it is a still cheap. It's not expensive coin at the moment. Binance is still behind that, so lagging really well from the Bitcoin, and buy opportunity is still there. So we already moved away from these previous lows where we were expecting it to hold and bounce back. So we are nicely moved away from those areas from. Okay, so these are that's the crypto, and want to talk about this. As long as you see that this keeps inverting, all right, as long as you see that this keeps inverting, keep deepening, inverting, keep getting out, yeah, that you are staying. Just this chart, and then we're going to talk about other setup. So right, so we are just that 22 basis point away. negative 22 points basis away from zero, are inversion to get out, get out from the inversion that we are having. So the yield curve is steepening, right? This chart, this this inversion. So it's on a 2 month chart, 2 month, and there we are getting out from the inversion, right? And you see that what we are having this leg is just, and we are getting out from the inversion. So why we are getting out from the inversion? The question is simple. The Fed inflation target is 2%. Okay, and 2-year yield is running very well above that 2% target, or even running above the current inflation. The current inflation is 370, 360, all right? So 370, 360. And the 2-year yield is running at above 5%, all right? And 10-year yield is also catching up that 5%, running very well above that inflation rate. All right, now what's happening here? What's happening here on this is why we are having, a steepening in that yield curve. Inflation is falling, and 2-year yield is peaking. Okay, this 2-year yield is peaking at current level 520 something, right? So 520 something means that inflation is below 2%, 5%, and heading towards 2%. So it means that the 2-year yield is topped, peaked, all right? So limited to push more higher. And in coming months, quarters, we're going to see that the 2-year yields will start following the inflation. Inflation is 370, yeah, and heading towards 2%. So 2-year yield has to come from 5 to 2%, all right? And 10-year yield is hitting 5%. That has to fall to 2% after the inflation. And what happened? The longer term rates went higher. Ed was saying that rates gonna stay higher for longer. They are heading towards longer long 10-year yield is heading towards 5%. Yeah, so 2-year yield peaked, heading towards inflation, and that's telling us that we may see interest rate cut very soon. Okay, sooner than the Fed is saying. They're saying that they're going to hold the interest rate higher for longer, so that is not going to happen. They have to cut the interest rate sooner than they are saying, because the longer term rate started to rise, so they're going to kill the inflation very, very quickly, very, very aggressive. So short term rates will start falling before the longer term rates, all right? And that will cause that yield curve to keep steepening for upside. That means rates are going to fall, short term rates are going to fall, and longer term rates will fall after that. And higher rates, the way they're saying that the rate's going to stay higher for longer, is not going to play out. That's the reason the risk on assets, people are started to buy the risk on assets for upside. They're looking to buy the Bitcoin or other risk on assets for upside, and they believe that the rates peaked, they're going to start falling, and let's just buy the risk on assets. That's why you see that this chart is playing out. That's why you see that this chart is playing out. Yeah, so yield is getting out from inversion, from deep inversion, coming towards to 0%, and at the same time we can see that the Bitcoin is also started to set up for the long. You got buy that long. Why we are having inversion is just right. So simple. The short-term rates peaked, and longer-term rates rising very, very aggressively, which is good for the Fed to bring down the inflation, but not good for the economy in longer term. That can derail the economy very, very badly, right? And we may see simply deep recession, similar like to 1985 or 1987, right? So that's the point. So where you're paying attention, BNB, hopefully you understand that, that my point. So a couple of other coins are good to watch, specifically the big coins, big names. All right. So ADA is one of them. It is already pushing higher from the low. All right, and can rise up to up to. First of all, the target you are watching is at the. So these all coins takes time to rise simply, right? These all coins takes time to rise. They takes time to fall, all right, and takes time to don't take times to fall, but takes time to rise. Okay, once we see that the Bitcoin is rising nicely, then you're gonna see that. So there, you clearly we clearly there is, when we were having a bearish trend, both were falling, you know, nicely. And then we have seen bottom over there, okay, and Bitcoin just went higher. So we still can see a run over there. Data is still cheap, 20 cent. So don't get good enough coin target, which we can expect data to this previous low, or for short term these areas. It's a 40 cent area, or 45 area. So that's what you coins are have bounced off from the lows for a move, right? But still cheap, still sitting at. So these are the coins you can look for longer term buy. Check the right. So this is also similar. OTA is also at a right there. We clearly can see the opportunities, right? So need to hold for a while before you. Solana. Let me. Solana, I think already bounced off. Some of them are already pushing hard for hitting the low. Some of them they are already pushing. I'm looking at Solana. Solana is don't stop. Jump towards the so yeah, gone very much higher. So 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 this is also going higher. By the way, we were expecting this to jump here within these corrections to break and go higher. Got that leg, right? So this leg is also pushing. So upside is expected on right. So some of the coins are still good to go for long. I'll try my best to post those coins later on, right? Where I see that the potential happening over. I saw potential on the Ethereum, I posted that. Saw potential on Bitcoin, I posted that, went higher. And similarly, Ethereum went higher, BNB potential. There's coins, meme coins. They are still sitting at the bottom. They can jump to rise or sharp aggressive. Okay, now let's look at this uh, chart. So you're gonna get the idea that what has affected the. You are not following me. Here's one by one. It's a New Zealand dollar. New Zealand dollar, we were expecting this to go bounce off from this previous low. We got a nice bounce off. It went higher, right? And bounced went higher nicely. And then we got a drop over the top. It went lower. Okay, this New Zealand dollar that went lower, tested that low, and then we were expecting it to bounce off. All right. So the move was pretty sharp. We're expecting it to break through that previous low and give us a buying opportunity over there. So it was just keep falling over there, heading towards that low. So New Zealand dollar, New Zealand dollar, you know, is at the bottom right now. So the opportunity we were having over there on the pound dollar, right? So pound dollar short was there for shot them back to that bottom. So oil. So hopefully you remember that in the previous week, expecting up and give us a daily correction. Now this daily correction is just simply happening over there right now. Went into. Let's just go one by one. All right? I'm looking at the telegram. All these charts are there, right? All these charts. We're gonna get those charts from here. Okay, so the dollar, right? So looking for dollar to again bigger massive channel to play out. That's right. And time frame we are expecting this next, right? This next leg. For short term, what we were expecting in the previous weekly market outlook, this to break out, hold these areas, okay, and break out this leg and go back up. All right, so we got that short term move, but we didn't see that top. Let me find that this chart, right? For that, we were expecting the previous weekly market outlook this, right? Go higher and test the top. We got a we have seen retest of this previous low. We got a short term buy opportunity, bounce, test higher, broke out, went higher, right? And then we were expecting it to either give us a sell opportunity from there and then drop, right, or slightly go higher and then drop. So then it went into a correction here at this area, went into that correction, and then update chart must be. there. So this is the best place to understand. A lost for there. Okay, so again we were looking for that ascending channel to break down. All right, and this is where we were expecting this short-term flag to give us a short-term buy opportunity. We got a short-term buy opportunity over there. This leg appeared, and then we were expecting that leg to either break through that top, right, or go down from there. Right, so I'm gonna look at the updated chart, the US one, the updated chart here. Okay, so we went up to that top and then dropped this flat, right? So we didn't test that and then started to fall. Then held that previous low and went right. So we bounced off again from this low, right? And heading towards that high, heading towards that high. I'm still expecting dollar to push more higher, go higher all the way back to that high, and test that high, and then again, give us a price action over there for this, reverse. Where we are having change right now, right? So the change is that we broke below the trend, right? The trend which we were having over there. That's the point to note, right? So we broke through that trend, and prices started to struggle, finding a daily top over there and struggling. Price action is just simply appearing over there, struggling, and we may not see breakthrough, right? Breakthrough above like one more leg and then drop. We may not see breakthrough that top, and price can start falling. So this price action is telling us something, right? We are about to forming daily top over at this area. So we need to find price action over there for short-term sell, and if we see that the aggressive sell keeps happening over there, then you are looking this to continue. So what is good over there? The good thing is that we are having that the dollar dropped aggressively over there. Gold. Okay, so this is the point. This is the point which we need to understand. So this might be a start for the dollar to drop, the move which we were expecting on dollar to happen, right? This might be a start. We can see that the gold is very well ahead. So, dollar went higher. We have seen drop on the gold. And then what happened because of the war? War caused dollar to jump, gold to jump, right? And this move happened over there. So in the previous weekly market outlook, what we were expecting gold to this gold to go higher. So I mean, when war started, we were expecting gold to go higher. This is the gold chart, right? So on this 50-minute time frame, we're expecting this short-term 50-minute time frame to break out and continue to keep pushing more higher, and then gold was just keep rising over there, right? On this 1 hour time frame, gold was just keep pushing more higher. So update is there on, right? So silver was also pushing higher. So update is there on gold. So this is the next breakout came over there on gold. Okay, now the gold chart is just simply telling us that dollar is set to that chart too. This is how the right. So gold 20k 20k 50 over there 2050, yeah, 2050 went lower, and then suddenly gold took off, and dollar is just still struggling over there at this. Hopefully you understand that point. So the move which we were expecting on dollar to do set to appear over there. So I'm gonna go back to the lower time frame charts. This chart, or is it the move which we were expecting over there? This move to happen. So might have started over there, and we were expecting this wedge to break to the downside, right? And all these charts were showing that draw from that top. Now the daily sell-off is just simply appearing over there. So what you are still looking right now, the most important chart you are paying, once that chart start to pick up, that's going to be the time to say goodbye to the dollar. All right, as long as we see that this chart is struggling, all right, this is not picking up, this is not rising. All right, so you're still buying short term on dollar still a short term buy opportunity. Okay, so hopefully you understand that. The New Zealand dollar is a very important currency. It's a risk on currency, small currency, yeah, and it's a you know small currency in developed countries. Okay? When this currency moves, it tells us that where the other currency is going to move, where the Australian dollar going to go, where the euro, pound, or dollar gonna go, right? Or other risk on assets gonna go. So it's a very important currency. So as long as we see that this is not rising, okay, this chart is still struggling, going down, and keep breaking lows. So you're gonna see a short-term buy opportunities, sell opportunity on pound, sell opportunity on Australian dollar, sell opportunity on euro, and buy opportunity on the Y. So as long as we don't see strength on risk, so this risk on currency will stop pushing higher than when we don't have uncertainty into the market. Okay, we're still having uncertainty. We don't know what's going to happen with the war. All right. So some good news emerge over there for the pause that some European countries saying that war should stop, right? Which has caused some move in on the risk on assets, but we are not having a big move over there. So two charts, I have just shown you two charts. One is the New Zealand dollar, right, and the other is the gold. Gold just simply went higher. The reason is very much simple. Gold went higher because of the uncertainty, because of the war, right? But we are not having move on the risk on currencies yet. That's telling us that the risk on assets are still struggling. They are still under pressure, right? So so once we see that the risk on currencies start pushing higher, okay, we will see other risk on asset will start pushing higher. We will see at the same time dollar gonna start struggling and gonna go after the gold we're heading right now. So short term still a buy opportunity, like the arrow is showing. Short term still a buy opportunity as long as we see that the New Zealand dollar struggling, not taking off from the. Hopefully you understand. And once you see that it goes back to that top, you are looking for a this move. Okay, this go back to this low and all the way keep falling back to this top, which is making you for that to hold. So short term still a buy opportunity, right? And euro, right? The euro is also still a short term. What's my point here? My point here is that if I'm gonna pull out the New Zealand dollar on this, right? New Zealand dollar still sitting at the floor, okay, going down, not pushing higher. So that's telling us that we are not having a reversal on the dollar yet. I've got the move on the gold. Gold went higher, dollar dropped, but we haven't got the move on the risk on currencies. So we haven't seen the pickup move on the Australian dollar, which should be stronger because of the gold rise. So that's telling us that uncertainty is still there, and these currencies can test these areas, test those bottoms for a while. So short term still trending move. Okay, hopefully you understand that New Zealand dollar is still not moved away from the lows. I'm gonna open it here on this chart, and there we can see that it's still sitting at that floor, right? Still sitting at that floor. So if you see that this chart is testing this area, right? So this chart is pushing area this low. You're still trading on this move back to this, at least this area first, right? Or this target. So examples are there on the on this there. Okay, so let me find an example over there. So what I'm talking. So this is where we can nice example. What was happening over there? So we can see that the New Zealand dollar was struggling after the inflation data. The inflation started to fall in the New Zealand. Okay, but at the same time, Australian dollar was still strong. We were not having the move on the Australian dollar to the downside. Australian dollar was still pushing more higher, and then suddenly we saw that Australian dollar started to fall. So this is the best example, right? This is the best example. As long as you see that we are not having the pickup move, all right? So the New Zealand dollar is not rising. Yeah, New Zealand dollar is still struggling over there. So we are still having a short opportunity on the euro dollar. We are looking euro dollar to continue to keep expanding to the downside, right? Or 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 look at this chart. This is the Aussie yen. So find the updated chart. We are having the Australian dollar. This chart example over chart. So similarly, or this is the example too, right? So we seen that the New Zealand dollar was struggling. It's a risk on currency falling. The Australian dollar wasn't falling, so there was the opportunity. Australian dollar. Similarly, right? So it started to fall. Australian dollar started to fall. We do have Australian dollar trying to find this. Right? So then we can see that the Australian dollar started to. We have seen that trade here too. Same trade we have seen on pound dollar also went low. We're expecting pound dollar to fall. There, this chart I was close some of them. Very right. So we were expecting Australian dollar to fall. Right? Why were we expecting Australian dollar to fall? Because $10 wasn't rising over there. It was just keep falling at this area. This area. It was just keep falling, and Australian dollar was having a deep correction over there. Falling. Both were just simply going opposite to each other. Yeah. And New Zealand dollar was telling us that no, everything is not right yet. Right? We are still having uncertainty. Then it started to fall. Fine here. As long as we see that the New Zealand dollar is not bursting, not bouncing up from the low, then there is still a short-term buy opportunity. That means so euro dollar is still a sell opportunity. Fully understand, right? How far it goes, but you are looking at yeah. This is also possible, guys. Also possible, right? But you have to. Why I'm putting the arrow towards that side so that you can use proper risk ratio over there and just blindly. You're still this short term. Then all price has already started to move. Okay, that the dollar the jumping over. once you see that I shouldn't break of that time frame. Right. So we might be close to the bottom over there on dollar topping out over there for next leg lower, but still bullish. Right. So similarly, one more leg on a bigger time frame, we are expecting dollar cat to drop. All right, bigger time frame. Hopefully, remember that formation. Right, that hasn't changed. Still going away from these lows. That hasn't changed, but here we are having on this top. We are having, we are expecting another leg over like this formation. On top, yeah, we still may see one more leg high. Right, this one more leg high. And then once price test that, you are expecting price action over there and to fall. So formation is very much clear. Right, so looking for a yeah, making sense. These areas shot them right now. So shot them one more pound, still one more leg possibility. All right. Similarly, like New Zealand dollar, one more leg lower. Ability for right. So we are expecting it to go higher. Right now, one more leg lower. This short term target is going to be within these areas. Price has already started to fall. Okay, but looking for these targets. You're looking for this trade, very much similar like the euro dollar. In minute time frame to give you a nice 15-minute correction. Go back up. 15-minute correction, and then that to break down and continue. Right, and do not break above. So one more leg lower, and Australian dollar to go down to. As I said, that as long as you see that the trade on this chart is similar like the previous one. Right, so I do have that chart. Let's go to there. So we got some nice move over there on the Australia from the bottom, and then we this one more bullish move. Then we were expecting it to go down, right? And it was showing one more leg lower as long as we see that New Zealand dollar is struggling. Okay, also chart to bigger time frame is hasn't changed, right? So longer term we are down than right or so. Similarly, New Zealand dollar is still struggling. Okay, we are not expecting a sell opportunity on New Zealand. You're not looking New Zealand dollar chart on the news chart already has Yes, we expecting price action over there. We got a nice price action over there. Thought it would, the drop was pretty sharp. Doing similarly, mine here is topping out over there. Not good sign for the dollar strength. That's why it's staying long term bullish, right? And short term time frame, we still may see. Don't go for short on the small move. Okay, better to look for it to buy when you see that the price, the New Zealand dollar is testing the low, forming new. You are looking for them to, right? Move comes, that low or new low is coming out over that the trades I have already shown you on the other, right? Look in those trades, right? This is not a good trade. Yes, what you are looking on this chart. So whenever you see that the chart is New Zealand dollar is forming, a new low, you are simply bounce off very nice aggressive. So this chart needs to jump first than the other dollar pair. Okay, once this chart jumps very aggressively for upside, then we're gonna have buy opportunity on other dollar pair, sell opportunity. So that's why you stick into the buy opportunity on this chart every time when you see that the new lows is coming. And if this goes for new lows, then you're looking for other pairs to stay trending, right? So dollar dollar chief not doing what we were expecting it to do from within this area. We have seen that move in the previous, but we were expecting a buy opportunity over there when the strength on the. There is a possibility. So I'm simply gonna ignore this chart again. There is a possibility that we may see move all the way back to this. The possibility dollar cheap gonna continue to, right? Then this is not the trade we should chase, or even I mean we shouldn't chase chart on both ways, or upside at the current price, or right. But you are expecting if we this continuation to the downside, there are other pairs which are setting up over there for selling the dollar pound. So I'm simply gonna ignore, or if you are still wanna trade on it, okay, looking for a very aggressive breakout of that comes, you look, there is a risk that the dollar shift gonna similar move. That that shift is, and there is a chance that dollar shift wanna trade well on this chart. Okay, so we got a yen pairs. So chief chief yen, gonna look at this daily time frame. So expecting it to fall back, right? Test this low or give us a longer term sell off opportunity. What time frame? It's bullish, right? So euro yen is also very much similar. You're watching current price and looking for this ascending wedge to hold that previous top, and then that previous top. Well, we got us some good opportunities over there, all right. But this time we broke out that gap with the gap expecting picture. So we are at the top again. Pound yen, there is a risk that the pound yen can push more higher back up before a good opportunity. Having Like we are having euro yen. So euro yen is simply pound yen is, so we miss bullish move. The right now we are having the strength on the euro, causing that our euro is going to catch up on you on the euro dollar, jump on. So simply risk on move. The risk on last in the previous weekly market outlook, I was saying that we may not see one more leg higher on the pound, but after having some s- higher yields, okay, the chances are there that the chart still can go back up. All right, so dollar yen is just simply struggling over there at that high where we have seen intervention. It is just simply stuck over there, not doing anything, not falling, right, and not breaking up. Just stuck over there, not doing anything. So what you can do in this scenario, you just simply play out with your resistance. So the resistance is there, just right. So once you see that the price is coming over there struggling, right, so you can take short-term trade back. And if we see that aggressive intervention or sell-off, then you're looking the dollar yen to fall for a big time. There is also a risk for breakup. Okay, make sure you keep. That's why you do use your stop loss over there. But resistance is playing out over there right now, holding that top. Then you are looking this resistance play out and dollar yen hold that top, fall back. That there is a pressure building on the Fed. That's longer term yield popped over there. So I've seen sell off buying on the going lower to do early CAD yen also struggling at this area. Looking for current correction to break down and continue or slightly push breakdown. That daily time frame. Okay, so Uzi yen is also very much similar higher, and you're paying attention. You're looking for these trades, short term trades. So there is also a risk the breakout happen and it can revisit that high before we're gonna drop on them. Right, so we already got some good move on the Uzi yen move, and then that move we were expecting this to break. Charts are breakout, a breakdown, and got though haven't taken out on these. They are still adding back to the top as previously went. So that, yeah, that's what you're expecting. Sideways, so they are in a sideways market. So we are looking for a sideways resistance to play out. So similar. Okay, so um, that New Zealand dollar is sitting at the floor and there is a risk that the new still can go back off for another leg. Okay, in the uh, previously we were expecting New Zealand dollar to go down from that top in the previous weekly market outlook. We have got a decent start over there on the New Zealand dollar. So in the previous weekly market outlook, we were expecting it to drop from that previous top. So we got a decent start over there. It went lower. Move happened over there. Then again over there. And now it has stopped pushing over there. Right. So we got a nice leg start up all the way back to this low. Now it has stopped pushing lower. So if we see that this chart, is not going to break down aggressively and going to stay there for longer term like this, okay, very much similar like this, then we still may see another leg higher all the. So basically formation is still showing that another leg possibility over there on this time frame. Yes, still may see higher. So for this week, I wouldn't suggest you to do anything on this chart. All right, so I don't see a possibility for any trade yet on this chart. But yes, what you are expecting, okay, what you are looking, if you see that this chart breaks down very, very aggressive from this, or let's go to one hour time. So if we see that this chart is going to hold this, you know, flat formation, so very nice flat formation, is see that this next leg is going to appear over there, and you're having another very much next leg in trouble, right? And New Zealand dollar is struggling going for the next. Simply go and catch go after this trade. That is still behind. So I'm not anticipating the next leg lower to happen on the Kiwi yen, but in case if this leg happening over there, all right, then the trade you catching up on the CAD yen, and or Euro yen also going to be a good place. Go for Euro pound. Euro pound, we may see more upside. Not a best shot at the moment, but we can see that the right, let me. So we may see, some buying over there. So not a best chart, guys. Not just you to do anything on this chart. But if you still want to trade on how you can trade on this chart, go and look at your pound chief chart. Pound chief chart, then yes, you are looking for buy. Right there, we can see that pound chief has taken out that. I have talked about that. Right, so pound chief now these goes, yeah, and euro pound is still has to go at this area. So we still may see one more leg higher all the way back to that. So a tradable, all right, but you'd only trade then if you see that the pound chief keep trending lower. Okay, so for that, the trending, place all this a breakout. Okay, so strong breakout. Get down, hold these 4-hour moving averages and breakout and continue. Hopefully you understand that. Let's pull out the on chief chart. We have broken down that daily correct. We have broken down that, and still there is a chance that the pound continue to lower 70% of this previous. So similarly, we may see more upside. Not a best chart. Pound chief continue to keep dragging lower, expecting it to go all the way up to the 20% daily correction. So hold that trend. All right, so breakout. If you see breakout is coming, then and the correction which is just simply emerging over there. Breakout comes, then you're interested. If breakout is not coming, just ignore this. Breakdown comes, entry stop and looking for this to continue. If it push more higher, still only breakout. So EuroCAD went higher. We are expecting EuroCAD go all the way up to. We may not see 70% drop on the EuroCAD up percent. So flag which is just emerged, a flag to breakout for upside. So at the at the current place, we still may see another leg lower, right? So still may see a chart. So okay, so like this, back to that low, and then again looking for this to continue to keep. Okay, we still may see that one more. So there is no buy opportunity. Okay, not interested into the buy. What you're looking for is just simply go to your trend is still bullish. All right, so trend is bullish, and why we are expecting it to go back up is that the oil may not push higher. Right? So oil they're having bar, all right, with the list. If that conflict is going to get worse, then you only can expect then. Otherwise, in the previous weekly market or look, I have said drop on oil prices will be dollar CAD bearish, all right, and that oil goes down, then obviously going to be a euro going to be a stronger. But at the current price, I don't see a buy opportunity there. Okay, I still see that it another leg lower happen. So how you can trade on this, all right? So we need to see another leg lower, obviously on the euro. Okay, so if euro keeps dragging lower, then obviously you're expecting it to continue to keep falling. I wouldn't suggest. I simply I'm not comfortable by going either direction on this chart. I don't see any potential perfect opportunity right now. It can continue to keep rising the way you see that it is rising. All right, so I can simply show you that look for another lag over there and another correction, okay, and just simply watch these you know trend, and if it continue to keep pushing more higher, yeah, so similar like this previous, then a buy opportunity. But I simply don't see a perfect confirmed trade on this chart is going to happen for uh for downs either way. Yeah, simply okay. It is at a place where we can see that this pair can break out and continue to keep pushing more higher and can go all the way up to this previous top, right? Up to this previous top area, right? This area up to 51. It can continue to keep pushing more higher, or it can go down for another leg lower. as shown on the bigger time frame. Yeah. So we are not having a. You remember we were expecting a trade over there at this area. We gotta move, all right? We gotta move, but we haven't got a leg all the way up to this jump and started to rise. So a kind of neutral analysis, yeah. So kind of neutral analysis because oil is there on the CAD. So if you still want to trade, yeah, that's the technical. The technical is just simply showing that the moving averages to hold and this correction to play out. Then look for this short term if breaks aggressively and continue to keep pushing more higher, right? For sell, not a perfect setup over there at the moment. You only can guess it to sell from there. Sell and can get. So it's just a simple guess. So yeah, what you can is just simply look for how euro is going to do against that. The euro is struggling. All right, euro goes down back to that previous. Obviously, you can jump into this chart and look for another leg and against. So a kind of neutral chart, guys. Neutral, right? Not a perfect chart at the moment. CAD chief went lower. We were expecting it to go back up. All right, so you can look for a counter trend move. Make sure you trade, you know, precautions. Okay, trending move is to the downside. So similarly, the way we were talking about at this area, right? So watch and look for this move and possible longer term reversal on this daily time frame. So we are having some strength on the pound again. That is going to sustain, right? If this is going to sustain for more upside, then obviously you're gonna get a buy opportunity. Yeah, if we don't get and breakdown is coming over there on the pound sheet, one more leg happen, then they at the bottom are slightly gonna break down. So yeah, finding a sideways over there, sideways market there on the yeah support. So pound New Zealand dollar in the previous weekly market outlook, we were expecting it to go down, right? And we got a one more leg lower, and then suddenly they started to rise. Right? This one more happened, and then we have seen a push move. Okay, so we still can see that the pound New Zealand dollar continue to keep pushing more higher all the way up to the previous top, as long as you see that the New Zealand dollar is sitting at the bottom against the dollar and not doing anything. So we can have one more leg on New Zealand dollar going higher or daily wave. Very much similar like this chart, all right? So I do have that chart, and so very much similar. This leg is just okay. So we are within that wave, and this wave can go all the way up to that previous. Okay, now what to do? How you can trade on this chart? So there is a possibility that the move which we were expecting to happen from there, right? And this can continue to keep rising gold. So what to do? How you can trade? It's not at a good spot where you can simply buy. So the move has what you can do. Just simply watch the low. Right, as long as price stay above that trend, good to go. Continue to, and once we see that the price is just simply breaking that trend, start looking for it. Right, it has already moved simply, right? We're looking for this to continue to keep breaking, and once we see that this trend is breaking aggressively, correct, then stop falling all the way back. Same goes with this chart. We were having a nice buy opportunity here on the Australian dollar, and we got this move. It went higher, struggling over there, going down. So similarly, bearish move is just simply happening. We may see a buy opportunity. I know it's happening over the going down, short them sell opportunity. Go on from that to hold and go back up. Right, so if you don't test that previous low, I mean you are simply looking for this previous support breaking out. There was a breakout opportunity. We are still looking for this to down cat. There might be a short term sell opportunity. Yeah, back up opportunity. We're looking pulling short term opportunity. Short term opportunity. Make sure use reasonable risk. So this chart is also going down like previously. Right, so testing the bottom, and once you see you're expecting the buy opportunity. Yeah, this is the very, you know, before when price was, we were expecting New Zealand dollar rise against. We got a decent move all the way back to this higher. It went up. So shown you that well. So happened after that, the daily chart. One was 4 hour time frame. Price started to rise all the way up to the area. And then, as I said in the previous weekly, looks break up, drop, bullish move, which was appearing over there from that bottom and can drop at another leg. So it's happening. The next leg is happening over. Okay, so this daily leg is just simply struggling to started to. So what it did after that, it started to fall, went lower to the bottom. Point here is that we again reached back to the bottom, right? So we got that one more leg higher. We got that one more leg higher, and then again we went Next analysis is very much simple. All right. So similarly, when price was struggling over there, watch it to struggle over there, and you're looking for this to go back up and longer term. Lower time frame, very much simple in paying it. Then of all, good on tap breakout, daily breakout. Uzi CAD is, as long as you see that they not rising, not bouncing up. So longer term still gonna be a buy opportunity, but as pushing attention at previous, jump on the New Zealand dollar or drop on this. Yeah, that's why you're buying the New Zealand. Expecting, expecting it. So again, looking for this to sense. The Euro Oz went up again, expecting market or we're expecting it to drop, expecting it. We got some sell over there. Yes, we did not see the target over. We were expecting it to break out by opportunity played rate. So again, there is a possibility $1 trillion can continue to, euro can continue to. So what to do now? The move is already happening over there. Okay. Current environment, as I said that if the New Zealand dollar keep falling, all right. So this is going to be a buy, all right? But you are not looking for buy at the. So I will suggest you to look for a breakout opportunity, or and you are looking for it to break out. Breakout comes the top first short term target, and first you need to see that the same like I have $10. So New Zealand dollar, if you are going no certainty, no war or something, everything is fine. New Zealand dollar is going to jump. It's gonna be a huge potential. Right now we are not happy. Why you are still for the New Zealand struggling? Right, so fall a bit more lower, hold that 1 hour trend and continue. If we don't see and we don't see this is going to hold, and again as I said that EV is going to do something, then bang. Here we are meaning across, telling us that the chief might set to fall. Right? But where there we can see that the chief is not falling. New Zealand dollar is still struggling. So we got a decent move last week on it. New chief. Yeah, we got a decent happen over the move happen here on went lower test. So the pushing back aggressive bouncing up. So this might be a start for a big move for the upside. At let me see another leg said that this two that the breakout is breakout is coming, then you or simple words, I'm gonna pull out New Zealand dollar chart on my right side. You're not having anything. So as previously again that right now we that's caught. As I said that if you see trending movies coming, breakout is struggling. Right now there is is pushing back, pulling back, all right? Seems that it's bottoming out and a buy opportunity. Not a buy opportunity. Till we see, strength on the key. Struggling, strength on the so how far this pullback goes, that same, same on the as I said that if you're gonna see that going to jump very, very strength, showing that everything is there's still a risk of inverted in the go away and yeah, if something is going to happen, pros is going to jump because this currency is so right now there is buy, just keep buys in case then you are if it goes down then you're selling the use still a buy break about Dollar Chinese yuan still a sell opportunity. Breakdown all for a doing exactly the way it was started to struggle over the wedges just break out. So also a lot of intervention. Dollar peso. Moving averages and health. Current price is very good idea. All this potential. Euro chief went lower. Only from so equities, guys. We are having are simply, you know, tough. Equities are tough. These are not easy. These are buyers, right? So we still can see, as explained in the previous weekly market outlook, there is a proper risk for this collapse. Proper risk for this collapse. I just recently started to realize that there, a proper risk for the way back. Proper risk, right, for deep recession happens, then proper risk drop is pointing out by small caps. creating their some relief, testing the proper risk collapse. The other reason why that collapse, I mean, even this collapse is, being warned by the oh, struggling 70%, 5% sector risk for the US in this might be a, no, as I said, might be a start to some steady. What we were expecting previously, so we were expecting under that pull that top and drop over drop over one time move key. We are testing that low. This is there is a risk for this under that go all the way up where you are buying right for short term at this area, right, and you're looking for this short term. If it goes all the way back to that high, if it doesn't go over there, all right, and started to struggle, make sure you are buying with proper risk reward ratio over there, right? There is a risk for breakdown, passive break. Hopefully you understand that the bigger picture. This is the bigger picture. That's the time frame. We already got in, all right. Let's understand that now, where you are that high, and there is a risk for this that the risk for we can see that that move has already begun on on European indices. European indices are not doing really already going down. They are struggling. That's the reason there is a proper risk for How to trade is the trade is very much simple analysis. Analysis very much targeting the short term. This chart, that this possible big drop, short term targeting. So like price has already just simply bounced off short term. If it tests that low again, I don't see it is going higher, right? Simply right now, I don't simply at the moment. No, it's going to bounce off very, very aggressive. Back to that simply. Okay, if I'm gonna pull out another chart over there, Dow is not bounced off from struggling over. There we can see still only Nasdaq 100, and that is driven by some tech stock. There we can simply New Zealand dollar is still struggling. So simply you can see the Dow is not convinced for going higher at the moment. Dow is still can test that. Dollar is still set to go higher. We have shown you buy short term buying opportunity. So if we see that the DXY is going higher, Euro. So what to do here? Do okay. So for buyers, if you're buying, you want to buy it in this. You're paying attention on the Dow. Dow is very important. But before Dow, you're simply paying attention on the risk on currencies, how they are doing. So risk on currencies is going to set the tone for the. Once we're going to set the risk on currencies are jumping, specifically the New Zealand dollar. All right, New Zealand dollar is a very important currency at the moment. New Zealand dollar is jumping aggressively, going higher. Just simply go and buy the index wherever they. Okay. If New Zealand dollar is not jumping, staying trending to the downside, indices are not. Whatever happens, indices are not going to go higher. Right. So this correlation has to be over there for indices. So what to do here, right? So if you see that the Nasdaq 100 index is dropping during the New York session today, testing that low or breaking bottoms. Once you see that the Dow is jumping aggressively from this previous low higher, going higher back to the 4 time and simply, all right, get a lead from Dow. Now the chart, both all charts are similar fashion. Okay, so this is not a buy. You have a buy opportunity over here at this area for breakout. If it goes, let that go. You already missed the trade from this previous low when price was just hitting all those areas for short term. That has already gone. You if you're gonna buy from here, all right. So you have to put your take. All right, so you have to put your stop loss there behind this previous low. So just simply look. Right, this risk reward ratio is not worth taking. So what you need to do, you have to be already when price was just hitting those buy zones, buy areas, green zones, setting up for a buy opportunity over there. That was the time to look for buy over there. Bounced. Now is not the time to follow. Yes, once as I have shown you, Dow goes down, Nasdaq goes down, Dow bounce from these previous low, you're paying attention for go back up. Short term target first, 1 to 5, 1.5 areas. If it goes, then go all the way. Right. So right now it's not ready. Okay. So as I said that the risk is simply there for collapse or sell. I don't have a sell opportunity right now. Sell opportunity was over there at I had the opportunity was a shot, nice opportunity. Okay. So similarly on S&P 500, S&P 500 can. I don't think so. I need to talk about that a lot. Hopefully you got the point, right? So very much similar, like your same rate, same information. Okay, similar move happened over there on the S&P 500. Okay, so similar structure, right? So Dow goes down, S&P 500 will go down to. First of all, you look at the New Zealand dollar. If that goes down, New Zealand dollar is not gaining. This is not gaining. Okay, so still going down. Indices won't jump. In that too. Yeah. So same analysis, nothing different on the S&P 500. We still can see the drop over there as shown on the Nasdaq 100 index. Okay, so similar analysis, similar structure. Once we see the bounce off on the New Zealand dollar, risk on currencies jumping, dollar going down. All right, that's how you're gonna trade. So right now they are at the bottom. We may see buy opportunity over there. We need a price action, and you are waiting for it. So price action. If any risk on currency jump bounce is gonna be a sign for the index jump, indices to go higher. Buying on the caps are exactly testing rented by the gold. Okay, showing that the you know risk on assets all for an event paying attention, bounce off, go back up, trending to the there should be a broad time. Right now, or a good news, right? So US, European in this are struck. No buying over there. They are also same like the so market outlook was saying that correction happen and then continue there again. We see that another correction breaks down and assets stay under pressure, very much similar. Then continue to keep the way back to this previous. So don't have up. I mean, I'm not optimistic for risk on assets to do well at the moment, right? Maybe during the week. If so, in next couple of days, like Thursday, if some risk on signs are going to emerge, then we we may see. But otherwise, what I see, they are set to fall all the way back to the low. similarly like others. Okay, so correct and go down. 4-hour time frame trend moving average to hold. Miller on Frankfurt. No reason for them to do well. Right, so they the trend can continue. 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time. So let's look at the gold. Right, gold did extremely well. Here is the point which you in your mind. So this is the bigger weekly flat. We see still another leg lower in gold within that bigger weekly platform. Gold still can drag lower for bigger time. Previous weekly market outlook, what we were expecting gold in previous to, previous we were expecting gold was there. Okay, go down, test this previous low and bounced off. So we got a nice bounced off and jump, and the gold jumped over there nicely from that previous floor. And in the previous weekly market outlook, we were expecting it to keep the trend intact for upside. Okay, this is the 50-minute time frame we were talking about into that 50-minute time frame, and that was the 4-hour time frame update, 1-hour time frame update, and gold nicely went higher. Updated chart. There, gold was just breaking, and yeah, so 1-hour time frame going higher. Silver was also doing the same. This chart heading towards the 2050. Yeah, so short term trades were good to go for long. 30-minute time frame short term buy opportunity. Then we were expecting a correction over there to happen, and continued rising. So then correction appeared. This correction we were expecting. Yeah, correction started to appear over there on both. On silver went lower first, very aggressively. Then gold also went for going down. We So my point here is that the move on gold, which we were anticipating to come from 1830, is done. Right? The gold has done its bullish move. Right? This is the chart. I have just correction there. It went higher. Area. Currently, it is simply struggling, okay, to push more higher. So the point here is that the gold has made its move. Gold has already made its move. Gold has made its move. There is a possibility that gold still can climb up, right? Gold still can climb up. But I wouldn't suggest you to chase the gold. No, gold is simply is not a buy at price. So there is first reason is that the move already has happened from the bottom, and the second reason is that the rates are extremely high, specifically on the 10-year yield. Okay, so 10-year yield is just simply flirting with the 5%. All right, so 10-year yield is flirting at the 5%. So simple reason for not gold to buy or gold to sustain its trend for more upside from current price. Okay, so hopefully we were targeting the 1980. We were expecting the 1980, or right. So we were expecting the 1980 target. 1980. So it went above 1980, tag 2000. So how what to do now? You don't have a wave on gold which you can trade for upside, right? You cannot trade on gold for big move, right? So the big move which we were anticipating from this previous low, that has happened. There, yeah, that was a wave appeared with almost $180 move. Now you are not looking, as long as we see that the war, right, still in news. Okay, so the conflict is still, you know, not settling down. Still, problem is going on, or we can say that still spreading. Other countries are going to fall into that trap. Okay, gold still gonna still be a buy opportunity, but for short term only, right? So you're not looking for a buy for longer term. Short term means that once it hit the previous top, bang, you are out. Okay, something like this. Okay, so something like that. Still, these pullbacks still a short term buy opportunity. Okay, if we see any truths, then we're not going to see more upside on gold. Gold will start falling very, very aggressively to the downside as yields are extremely high. So simple, short term buy. If keeps pushing more higher, great, lucky. Not, then just get out. The wave has already happened. The same goes with the silver. Silver also did well. Right, so gonna pull out my risk bar ratio. I'm gonna pull out over there. All right, so short term buying at these areas, these previous support areas, and looking for that to go to there. And in case if conflict goes into a wider scale, then that's what you, there you're paying it. Um, Already pushed high, broken out there, 50, pushing more, broken. So yes, oil. Okay, so the previous weekly market, or oh, there you go. What we were expecting oil to drop from that top. Oil went lower. Nice move, came all the way back to the trend. Then we were expecting it to do some price action over there in the trend. Trend broken down. Moving averages broken down. Okay, and then we were expecting pullback or up. Okay, there is a great risk at all central banks are saying that they are watching it very, very close. They're watching the oil prices. Oil is very important, very, very important, right? The logic is very much as we know that you know conflict East and Middle East, Iraq, Iran, Saudis. Kuwait, Syria, they are conflict goes to their borders, all right, or in their countries, and obviously there going to be a problem, right? So oil supply, that simply spike like we have back into 2020. So this risk always going to be over there, always going to. So that is the uncertainty. Central banks are saying that they are watching, trying to gauge the effect of that on the economy, right? But technically, we haven't seen anything different, on the oil prices even after since that conflict, you know, started. Okay, I was expecting oil to go for a daily correction before for that conflict. For that conflict started on 7th of October, and I have that chart on 5th October. I posted that chart on 5th. So I posted that chart on 5th of October, right, and updated on 13th. So we were expecting that correction to happen, right? And this is the the leading chart having which we were using, right? We're using that correction is we use two charts if you remember, wheat and we used copper, right? So wheat went lower sharply. Copper was saying that see, sharp move to the downside. I don't know. So we may see the correction. Oil can go into a daily correction before going to fall. Yeah, so it simply went into this mess. There we can see. Oh, the point here is this pullback happened, and the point here is that we know that there is a risk, okay, for that conflict to go wider. What we know so far, we know so far that neighboring countries are not directly trying to involve into that conflict, and conflict is very much similar like we have seen in Ukraine, right? So neighboring countries were clearly saying that they don't wanna involve in Ukraine war directly. They don't want their troops to be into the Ukraine. They only gonna help. They're gonna supply the weapons, and they will let the Ukrainian to fight for them, right? So very much similar kind of scenario is just simply appearing over there. So before we saw so much pressure on Israel to stop, all right, but slowly, that pressure is just simply going away. Before the the Israeli bombardment, they were killing people, you know, like 20 every day, 30 every day, but now they are killing 400, 200, 300, 400 every day. So simply, my point is that the pressure which was built on Israel in first couple of days, the start of this war in first couple of days, that pressure is not that at that scale. Means that the people simply going into their daily life, yeah. Um, so, so just simply busy into their daily life. So I said that I said that this war gonna take some time before going to end. So it's a war for land. I mean, Israel just simply looking to annex the other parts of the Israel. The way we have seen in the Ukraine, or the way we have seen in Nagorno Karabakh, in Azerbaijan. So very much similar kind of conflict. So yeah, as long as that conflict is not going into the other parts of the region, then oil is just simply following the copper, and you are looking it to break down and continue to keep falling to the that is the point. And if that goes to the other region, other parts of the area, then you can expect the oil to jump and go beyond the right. So the point here is that when you are looking to sell the oil, then make sure you understand that where is the risk. The risk is still tilted to the upside because of the that conflict. So technically, we are simply looking for oil to do what it has done. I mean, what this chart has, this move, fall, short-term buy opportunity there. Go back up, flat formation, right? So flat formation, then draw sell opportunity, right? Then again, go into a bigger, messy ABC move over there, right? And then again, start falling. So stay in a sideways market over, then start the trend. So there we are having, two opportunity on the oil. So first sell opportunity is gone over there. Okay, the way the one which I have explained in the previous weekly market outlook, and was saying that you're looking for it to go back up to 70% retracement of this move. All right, so explain that this pullback and on this pullback. So it has done over there. It went back to that. All right, so it went up to this area up to 70% and then started to fall 70% area and started to fall. I've seen that retreat percent 70% retracement 70% retracement we were expecting and started to fall. So similarly, now price short term buy opportunity. Okay, so once price visit this low, we are looking for a short term buy opportunity. All right, so once price tag this area, the short term buy opportunity. Watch stop. Target target there and then break below, target take out, and start looking for that, stay within that sideways market for a while, right? So there are two trades which I have. Sell is already happening. Buy already happening. Buy has happened as 70% sell happening. Buy and then right? So as long as price being technically within that side market, then everything is okay. Yeah. If we see, something unusual is going to happen in the Middle East, then simply, oil is set to spike for upside. So if as I said that again, if uncertainty is going to increase, then simply they're going to be a buy. I don't see technically, I don't see that is going to happen. I'm more convinced to my technical chart that this is going to stay within this area for a side for a couple of days, couple of weeks, we can say that, and then going to fall back to this. Central banks don't want this move to happen, right? They don't want as they if this is going to happen, this is going to you know create more problems for them to fight with it. So I see that the oil is just going to continue back to this. So hopefully you understand. Love. Yeah. So you're looking for this platform, and then again like that, go back up and continue the sideways market. I'm expecting this kind of formation. All right, so we may not see exactly the way I'm drawing on over there, or exactly we may not see exactly similar formation which we have seen on copper. All right, so it can be different. Yeah, it can be in a different shape. All right, but what we can see is the price action. Okay, once price action appears over there, it will tell us that we, which way it is going. All right, so I wasn't looking at your chat more focused. So this is what I'm expecting. All right, so UK oil is also similar, and natural gas, we have seen a decent move on the natural gas visit the previous lows. Again, you're paying attention to 40 to 50 areas, so there's going to be a buy opportunity on the net. Otherwise, let it do what it is doing. So I think that's it, guys. Having so ADA is also pushing. So it's a good, a move already has happened on Bitcoin, guys. So move has already happened. I have explained to you at the start that why Bitcoin should rise, shown you charts at the start, and what's the target. The target is the 45, 42, 45, 50 areas. And if you are still holding your, remember when I was expecting it to drop from there, people were just calling it to moon or something like that, and this and it dropped very very aggressive. Bang, go all the way up to 50. Right, and now we are expecting it to go back up, right? And the hardly you're gonna see crypto traders over there. No hype, right? No hype anymore for the crypto market. Decent move, the downside at that, right? And these are the very old charts, went up to exactly same areas. Time to move. Oh, it's set, going higher, right? The bottom is there. There is the bottom. Fact is it's going higher, taking up for the next. All right, so we still gotta, as I said, that move has already happened over there. So if you start chasing that move from the current price, you may end up with having loss. So you shouldn't chase Bitcoin at the current price. All right, till it goes into another correction. So once it goes into another correction, then you should be interested, like it has formed that correction over there. Something like that kind of correction you need. Okay, what you can do, you can chase those currencies which are not rising yet. Ethereum was one of them. It's also taking off. You might have missed that too. I was saying into my group that buy the Ethereum, right? So Ethereum was a buy. Look at that when it was six at 1600. So almost gone up with 250 since I posted that. Still got a room to run. So similarly, you're paying attention on the BNB. These are highly correlated with the Bitcoin. The BNB has to jump to, all right? So so BNB still got a potential to run, guys. Our target on Bitcoin date 7th of April. So Bitcoin is simply hitting taking out the this date. Now the May 8th. May 8 is going to be the coming days. This is going to be the but in, in longer term, this is going to be the target shown by. So a good pair. I mean, a good asset, a good going to work. Okay, so thank you very much. We'll see you back again in another weekly market outlook next time. Today we had a very, very long session, so hopefully you enjoy that and learn something new, right? So we'll see you back again.